minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but just waiting a little bit. How is everybody? So you're gonna hear my voice. I'm gonna sound like I'm far away and up close and far away because I am going to be moving around. Anyway, I just felt like talking because the rest of the day is going to be a little busy. The rest of the day is going to be a little busy. So I just felt like talking right now. So let me wait a few more seconds till somebody comes in. Ugh. I'm moving around because I'm just kind of getting things straightened out. It's time for me to get ready to go. And I'm just moving around a little bit. Okay, just waiting. Yes. Hello. So the title of the live is "Do What's Best for You." Hold on, I'm coming back. I'm a little far away, so it's going to be hard for you to hear me. Okay. Anyway, here it comes. Okay, so I guess I don't watch Tabitha Brown. She's not really my cup of tea, but she has gotten some backlash. I guess, I don't know, from brown women. Not really sure. But she has gotten backlash because she told women, or just people in general, but mostly I'm talking about women, I guess, because they're the ones who I think mostly listen to her, mostly brown women. I can't get into her, but you know what? She's just not my cup of tea. She's somebody else's. It's just how it is. But she told people that yeah, it's good to have. Well, I heard from somebody else's content. I didn't hear Tabitha Brown for myself, but she basically said, you know, if it's good to have a business, but if it's not working out, it's good. It's best to have a 9-to-5 job to make sure you get income. To make sure you get income. You know, what is wrong with brown people nowadays? I'm noticing this heavy from brown people that they are talking against 9-to-5 jobs. Now, don't get me wrong. I get tired of it too. Yeah, I want to be able to create, to have a more flexible lifestyle where I can work when I get ready to work. I would like that. I think anybody would. But I haven't seen anybody talk against a 9-to-5 as much as I've seen brown people talk against a 9-to-5. And when you tell people that they should not be working 9-to-5s and they should have their own business, they quit working their 9-to-5s. I think brown people probably just need to stop listening to other brown people. I think I don't think brown people are wise. Because you're telling everybody they just need to have their own business. You know what? Every business is not successful. Every business is not successful. That's not to talk against people starting their own businesses. But some people have their own business and still have to work a little bit because the business that they do have is not making the money that they need to just probably cover their basic needs. They're probably having to work a 9 to 5 until the business that they trying to get successful in, until it works out for them, until they get to a point where they can quit. They still have to work that 9 to 5. And I haven't seen anybody else talk against a 9 to 5 the way I have seen brown people talk against a 9 to 5. Shaming people for working 9 to 5s. Makes no sense to me. I get what some people are saying, that the jobs don't appreciate you, they don't treat you right, and it's best to have your own. Yeah, that sounds good, but you act like it's gonna come out of thin air. You do understand it has some work has to come into it. You have to put a lot of work into it. Tabitha Brown has been building her brand for a very long time. Tabitha Brown is an actress. Tabitha Brown is an actress. Okay? When I first started seeing Tabitha Brown constantly getting those suggestions I kept getting from Tabitha Brown, it was during COVID. I started getting all of a sudden Tabitha Brown seemed like she started going viral about her vegan recipes. And I just, all of a sudden, out the blue, I started seeing her around 2020. Around the lockdown is when I started seeing Tabitha Brown a whole lot. And I was like, who is this lady that's promoting all this veganism? You know, and for that reason, it's the reason why I'm not interested in really looking at her, because that seems strange to me that she suddenly was promoted around the time of COVID. That kind of turned me off, and that's the reason why to this day I don't watch her, because I found something very strange about that. Okay, but getting off of that, because that's not the point. I'm wiping something down. If you hear all this noise, I'm wiping something down. Getting off of that, she was telling the truth. You're trying to start a business, but it might not be working out financially. It might not be working out so well for you right now. So it's best to get a 9 to 5 job so you can make sure your butt ain't on the streets. Because while somebody else telling you that you shouldn't be working on 9 to 5 and you should have your own business, but the business that you're trying to start ain't paying the bills right now. So now you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay rent or your mortgage or whatever, because you listening to the bad advice of other people telling you not to work, telling you not to get a 9 to 5. Because when you have your own business, it's still working. When you're on YouTube and you have to film your life to create vlogs, to me, that's work, and then you letting people into your personal life. I find that to be more work. You letting people into your personal life. You leave yourself open for somebody to sabotage you in the future, honestly, with those vlogs. You kind of leave yourself open for people to, especially if you're showing something that might hurt you in the long run. You can leave yourself open to be sabotaged later on with those vlogs. Unless it's like a very, very family-friendly type of vlog and you're not really saying nothing personal about, because you can't say nothing personal about yourself. Everybody go through stuff, but because the society is the way it is, you can't be that transparent. When you get on your vlogs and you really transparent like that, it can be used against you in the long run, because people can be dirty. But anyway, yeah. And so I listened to another lady that was talking about how, brown women need to get away from the 9 to 5s. Yeah, but give them a plan. This is what I'm talking about. When I see Filipino, when I see Indian, when I see Korean or anybody else, or Hispanic, whatever, Latino, they all start their companies and work together. See, because what I see brown people doing is they telling each person individually to start their own business. Just individually, start your own business. As individuals, start your own business. But when I see Filipinos, Latinas, and everybody, and other people, Indians and whoever, they come together. They work together. So they are more successful because they work together. I would go to so many of these boarding care houses where they house these people. And it's a bunch of Filipinos, because Filipinos run that. Like in the state of California anyway, they run it. Filipinos run it. Okay? But for each person to individually just have their own company, every brown woman individually have her own business. Is that real? Is that realistic? Because that's not even realistic for any other group of people. Other groups of people work together. And you know what? There's a lot of Indians and Filipinos and white people that still work 9 to 5. But the brown woman, every single brown woman in the United States should just have her own company. Is that realistic? I think it's time to stop listening to brown people. I think they give some really bad advice. Hold on a second. See, what I still don't hear brown women saying is that because this economy, because this nation don't treat us right, we should come together and we should come up with something of our own so we can support each other. I have yet to hear brown women, I'm talking about the specific brown women who tell other brown women that they should not work a 9 to 5. Those are the brown women I'm talking about, okay? I have yet to hear these women say we should just come together and create something where we can help each other out. Because just telling somebody individually that, oh, you shouldn't work no 9 to 5, you should just have your business. Okay, what business? What business is they gonna start? Are they gonna be able to borrow some money? What are they gonna do? Stop telling people just to start a business. Stop doing that. Like what do you suggest that they do? Do you know what goes into starting a business? And you telling every single brown woman in the United States of America, every single one, to start a business. I don't even hear Filipinos giving each other that advice. Because you know why? Because they work together. They come together. And they work together. And they split up the money. And they are rich together. Brown women have to be individuals. And that's very, very tough to constantly work as an individual trying to be successful. That's very, very difficult. Everybody else come together, including white people. Everybody else come together. That's why they're able to make it, because they come together. But because brown people are not united, it don't work like that. And then you're going to tell brown women or brown people, but mostly I hear this advice to brown women, that you should stop working a 9 to 5 and you should have your own business. Okay, startup costs. Okay, what kind of business do you want? And then when you figure out what you want to do, then you got to count the costs, how you're going to start up and when you're going to start making the money. And until then, how are you going to pay your bills? Are the people that's giving you the advice, are they going to pay your bills? You don't stop going against this 9 to 5. I get that a lot of people were laid off and all this stuff. And, you know, they only put it in the news that 350,000 brown women were fired. They keep making a brown woman the face of everything that's going wrong. But it's a whole lot of people that lost their jobs. And they're making a brown woman the face of everything that's just going downhill. You know, but I get that a lot of brown people lost their jobs, but it didn't happen to you. You still have yours. And don't just give up your job because some people giving some bad advice telling you that you shouldn't work when this right now is what's paying your bills, but they're telling you to have a business. Okay, but do you know what business you want? Do you know what you want to do yet? Perhaps you don't know what you want to do, but you're just expected to quit because somebody is telling you that you need to quit, even though you don't even know what you want to do. See, that's dumb. And nobody else in the world, you don't have 100% of individual Filipinos with their own business. Some of them actually work. You're not going to have 100% of any other nationality or any other group of people that just every single person own their own business. It don't work like that. Like, what is wrong with brown folks? I think something is mentally going on. But anyway, I gotta go. I just feel like talking about that really, really quickly. And I will talk later. Okay.